But I'll tell you what I thought about the interview. And I have to be honest, even though I've known Dana Bash for a long time, I thought that with the possible exception of her questions about fracking, I thought that the interview was very weak in terms of the question asked. A lot of softball questions, and even the questions on topics that were important to cover. I don't think she asked sharp questions to begin with. When she did ask follow-ups, I don't think the follow-ups yielded anything. So my main view of this is it's a non-event because the questions were not the right questions to ask the right way. So we'll talk about the interview for sure, and I'm eager to hear what you all thought about it. But I don't think there was much to it. The basic view I've heard from Democrats, which I agree with, was she didn't screw up anything, but we didn't learn much of anything either. And so if the point was to survive the interview without making much news, aided and abetted by the weak questions, she succeeded. If the point was to give people a better sense of how she'd govern, I don't think she succeeded. I want to read you a text I got from a Republican who's he's a Trump supporter, but not a huge Trump fan, and a very smart, experienced person in presidential politics. This says what he wrote about the interview. This is an hour of hagiography, a televised worship service of Kamala the goddess. Red America will see clips and be energized like the Energizer Bunny. I don't disagree with that. I really am almost stunned at the degree to which the entire interview was taken over with mostly topics that I don't think were germane. And again, when she was on the right topics, I don't think the questions yielded very much. From a positive point of view, the vice president held it together. She was not frazzled or flustered. She didn't laugh inappropriately at things. She didn't seem to be knocked off by anything. She seemed like she was anticipating every one of the questions. I thought she, maybe most importantly, she did have some moments that were less good, but there was nothing iconic. There was nothing that I think you could show a normal person on social media or on a morning show that people would say was a memorably bad moment that was understandable. I thought she was warm and given plenty of opportunities to humanize herself. Did it quite well. I thought the presence of Governor Walz did not, the sort of the notion that she was going to be overshadowed or he was there to protect her. I don't think there were any moments that kind of put that in sharp relief. I think that was good for her. On the negative side, I don't understand why she looked down so much rather than at the interviewer. I thought she looked very tired. One implication of choosing CNN is you got a basic cable level of lighting, hair, makeup, and staging. It didn't look the way it would have if she'd gone with ABC or NBC. And I think that doesn't put her in the best light, and that's not great for any candidate. And just the reality of the world we live in. It's not great for a female candidate in particular. So I think that wasn't great. And then obviously there's moments of word salad, particularly the first clip they released. Probably the most negative thing CNN did for her, besides the lighting and hair and makeup, was release that clip first, because I think the clip they released this afternoon was her worst moment in talking about fracking and her values. I didn't make up a big list of questions beforehand that I would have asked. I just didn't feel like doing it for a variety of reasons. In the wake of this, I could come up with 30 off the top of my head that I would find in terms of the subject matter, how they phrase them, and how to approach follow-ups that I would think would be better than what was there. And I'm terribly disappointed, not just because of my sort of journalistic instincts, but for the country. I don't know how many more interviews she's going to do, but to me, this was just an extraordinary waste of an opportunity. It didn't have to be hostile or argumentative or contentious or gotcha, but it should have been an opportunity to really make her give her the opportunity under hard questioning and follow-ups to explain herself to the American people in this unprecedented situation. And again, even the questions to Governor Walz about some of the issues where he's been less than truthful, or people in his behalf have been less than truthful. I found the whole thing to be a waste of time. I don't think we learned anything, and I think she benefited quite a bit from the soft treatment that she got.